She loved him for 5 years and made dua for him every single day. Her name was Asia, and from the time she was a teenager, her heart held a quiet, secret hope for him. It wasn't a loud, dramatic love. It was a silent, persistent prayer. She never crossed a harem line, never sent a message, never even dared to hope he might notice her. Her connection to him wasn't through DMs or late-night calls. It was through her conversations with Allah. For him, she would fast on Mondays and Thursdays, dedicating the reward to her plea. She would stay up in the last third of the night, her face stained with tears, begging Allah, "Oh Allah, if He is good for me and my deen, if He is written for me, please bring us together in the most beautiful, halal way." Every prayer, every extra act of worship was tinged with His name. It was her deepest, most sincere desire, a dua she had nurtured for half a decade. Over those 5 years, there were signs. Small, seemingly insignificant moments that felt like divine whispers. She'd hear his name mentioned in a good context. She'd have a dream that filled her with peace. A mutual friend would say something that made her think, maybe Allah is paving the way. These weren't just coincidences to her. They felt like confirmations, little threads of hope that Allah was weaving into the tapestry of her life. She held on to them, believing they were signs that her patience and her prayers were being answered. Then one day, the world stopped. A message from a friend popped up on her screen. It was a picture of him smiling with his new fiancée. The caption read, "Mashallah, so happy for them." Asia stared at the screen, her phone feeling cold and heavy in her hand. Her heart didn't just break. It shattered into a million pieces. A sob escaped her, raw and painful. She fell into sujud, not to pray, but to cry. "Ya Allah," she whispered into her prayer mat, her voice choked with anguish. Why? Why did you let me love him for so long? Why did you show me all those signs if he was never meant for me?" In the depths of that pain, a profound Islamic truth began to surface, not like a lecture, but like a gentle balm on a raw wound. Sometimes Allah shows you something you desperately want, not to give it to you, but to teach you how to detach your heart from it. He tests you with your deepest desires to see if you love him more than his creation. The signs she thought were about him were never about him at all. They were about her. The deeper wisdom began to dawn on her. She looked back at those 5 years, not as wasted time, but as a period of intense spiritual growth. Who was she before she started making dua for him? Who was she now? Because of her desire for him, she had woken up for Tahajjud. Because of him, she had fasted extra days. Because of him, she had poured her heart out to Allah like never before. The person she had become, more patient, more devout, closer to her Lord, was forged in the furnace of that 5-year wait. Allah was not ignoring her duas. He was using them for a purpose far greater than she could have imagined. He was building her, purifying her heart, preparing her character. He was answering her prayer, but not in the way she expected. He was making her good enough for the person he had written for her. The focus of her worship may have been misguided, but Allah, in His infinite mercy, accepted the sincerity and used it to elevate her. 3 months after his wedding, Asia's family received a proposal. It was from a man she had never even considered, someone whose path had never crossed hers in any meaningful way. But when she prayed istikhara, her heart was filled with a tranquility she hadn't felt in years. He was kind, righteous, and saw her for the woman she had become. What is written for you will reach you, even if it is between 2 mountains. And what is not written for you will never be yours, even if it is between your 2 lips. Asia's story is not one of heartbreak. It's a story of divine redirection. To every soul who is currently waiting, praying, and holding on to hope for someone who may or may not be written for you, know that your duas are never wasted. Allah is listening. He is shaping you, preparing you, and protecting you. Trust His timing. Trust his plan, for he may be closing one door not to cause you pain, but to guide you to the one he has built specifically for you.